Hi, my name is Scott Q. Marcus, Chief Recovering Perfectionist of ThisTimeIMeanIt.com and the founder of 4monthstogol.com. In this series, we're taking a look at how do you achieve what it is that you want? How do you get past the barriers? If you are watching these videos, you are part of what I call my inner oval. Because I'm a perfectionist, we don't have inner circle, we've got the inner oval. So let's get on with this topic for this session, and it's how do you get from I have to do something to I get to do something? Instead of being all bent out of shape and burnt up about having to do something, what would it be like if you were actually eager to do what it is that you had to do? If you were excited about it, how would that make a difference? So let's move forward and take a look at that. First thing we need to do is we need to overcome the resistance. And I talk about the rules of change, and I say this is the number one rule of change, and then I jokingly say, but they're all number one. That way I don't have to remember the order. In this case, you've seen this before. If you've been following the videos, you know what's coming. The number one rule of change, the prime commandment of habit change is you will not buy what you need, rather you will buy what you want. And I know I've gone over this 1,000 times before. We make our decisions based on emotion first, logic secondly. So if we don't want to do something, no matter how important it is for us to do it, we just are not going to do it. That's the bottom line of this whole thing. Even if we're getting good results, but we don't feel good about them, we will not continue. It's about how we feel, not how we should do things. And in order to get things done, we have to therefore feel good about doing them. And we don't feel good when we're surrounded with a whole bunch of have-tos. I mean, you know what it feels like if, let's for example, you're trying to lose weight and all you're focusing on is the amount of work that you got to do. You forget about the benefits that you are going to be receiving. And it just seems like everybody's beating on you. There's all these influences. You should exercise more. You should do this. You should do that. No carbs, no snacking, no fat, more veggies, cook better, eat less, until you just feel like you're going to explode. It seems like everybody's on you. You don't want to do it because it feels like another labor, another chore that you got to do. The question is, how do we change that from I have to do this to wow, look at the good things I get from doing this? So let's take a look at that as our happy little pencil points out to us. Today's lesson, very simple, very easy one to read. If you focus on the have to, it's a pain to do it. If you focus on what you have to do, it becomes a pain. If, on the other hand, you focus on the get to, it actually becomes kind of fun. Now, what do I mean by changing the focus from have to get to? Well, let's come up with a couple of examples for you right here. One of the examples would be, of course, we're dealing with dieting in this case. The have-tos, we'll put the have-tos on one side and we'll put the get-tos on the other side. So as opposed to saying, I have to diet, what would it be like if you changed that around, got rid of diet, and said, I get to look and feel great? Same thing. One of them is the benefit, one of them is the work. Let's take another one. Let's talk about exercise. Instead of I have to exercise, I get to go out and be healthy. Gets rid of the exercise, but you still get the same result. Maybe you go to meetings for support. You go, I don't want to go to meetings. I got to go to these meetings. I hate going. It's a big takes up all my time. I feel embarrassed about it. What would it be like if you changed it from I have to go to meetings to I get to go get some great support and meet some wonderful people? Or if you're giving up on a certain type of food, instead of I have to skip dessert, I hate that, I feel bad about it, I get to be in control. Because the reality is what we're really trying to do when we're changing a habit is take back control. And that's a great feeling. In order to do that, it's necessary to let go of some of the old things. So we drop the have-tos, we find what the get-tos are, and we will do a lot better. So in summation, we bring out our motivational speaker who always tells us the right way to do things. How do you create a get-to from a have-to? And there are 4 simple tips in order to do that. First of all, think of how your life will be better when you've done the work, not the work in front of you. After you've done whatever it is you're going to do, how will your life improve? Then you get to have that. The next thing is remember how you felt before, because you really don't have to do this and you won't get to have the benefits. But if you think, oh, that's right, I'm doing this because I used to feel this way and I don't want to feel that way anymore, I get to feel better, you'll start to change your attitude. Record your small successes. If all you're doing is focusing on the work, you forget about all the successes that are along the way. And if you record the small successes, that helps reinforce the benefits that you're getting. And be thankful you have a choice. It sometimes feels like there's a lot of stuff we have to do. We really don't have to. We get to. And because we get to, it means we have a choice. And if you've got a choice, that's really what you're working to develop, is the choice to be who it is that you really are. Be true to your inner self. So that's how we take it from having to get to, and how it changes our attitude and makes the job of change a whole lot better. So what's next in this series? Well, the next thing that we're going to have in this series is a little bit of philosophy. So we brought out our philosopher. Here's your philosophical question. Does success lead to happiness, or does one become successful because they focus on being happy? If we can change our attitude again to being happy even though we're not where we were at, will we be more inclined to become successful, or do we have to do all the work and become successful in whatever definition that is in order to be happy? So there you got it. That'll be our next topic. Thank you as always for staying in touch. You can find out more at 4monthstogol.com or thistimeImeanit.com, or you can go old school and give me a call. My number is 707-442-6243. Until next time, treat yourself special.